Alright, this is just a quick video to talk about how you can use proportional reasoning to relate different division equations or different quotients. So we're going to consider a series of different quotients, and we're going to look at some patterns. So first we're going to consider this set. Do you notice that in this case, the quotient in all of these cases is identical? All of these give 20. Notice what changes. The dividend in this case is dividing by 10, but then also so is the divisor. And so as those two change together, as long as they change together, then our quotient stays the same. If these were to both go up together, as they do when you go up the list, well, once again, our quotient stays the same. So these are coupled together. Look at this second example. In this case, you see that the thing that's staying the same is the dividend. So by playing with keeping the dividend the same, we notice that as it stays the same, with no change. If we change the divisor by dividing it in half, then the quotient doubles. Notice if we go and take 1/3 of the divisor, then the quotient triples. So these are opposite linked, right? So if this is, say, times 3, then this would need to, and this decrease of times 3, so maybe we should, to not confuse people when we say times 3, we should say divided by 3. But they're linked, they're opposites, as this stays the same. And here we see that we're going to change our dividend, but we're going to keep our divisor the same. And then something happens here where as our dividend goes up, our quotient also goes up. And so these are linked together as well. So you see that it's like the dividend's kind of linked to the divisor, and it's also linked to the quotient. And that's because really these are like the factors that make up the dividend, right? And so they together form that number, right? They're like the factors that make up the product. Whereas in this case, if you change either the divisor or the quotient, then the other one needs to change proportionately in the other direction so that together they still yield the same dividend. And so this creates some tricks you can use to work out some division questions that you might not otherwise be able to do by like maybe doubling the entire question or comparing it to one that's very similar. So consider trying these 3 examples and use some of these little tricks from this video to see if you can get yourself a result without using a calculator and without using long division. So go ahead and give that a try, and you can try a few other different kinds of questions, and yeah, enjoy this fun little trick and an interesting way of thinking about division.